today we go pick up the tractor from the doctor. We dropped it off in mid-December, and it is now the end of January. It took about 2 weeks longer than we expected, and then with some cold temperatures, we had to delay the process because of winds and then icing. So
icy roads,
icy roads and ice on the trailer, because we don't want that thing slipping off during transit. It's like I said, it was taken care of over about 6 weeks. We got a total tallied bill that was estimated after an inspection, and Dad whittled it down based off of what we can do and what is more or less proprietary in terms of what John Deere can do, or their associates. This isn't really John Deere, they just happen to have John Deere parts and accessibility. So he whittled it down to a number that looked all right and said go ahead and work on it, and then he was in constant communication with the mechanic the entire time. Today we already went out and fed early, and then we came back, checked tire pressures, refilled the tires with air, and put in some gear oil for the bearings and everything like that.
Did we change the old air out, or did we just add to it when you say change it?
Did I say change? Well, yeah, we took the old air out.
Winter air.
Yeah, we took the winter air out. And
no, summer air out, winter air in.
No, it was like fall air.
Oh,
so now this is going to be like late winter, early spring air. And then we're going to be going into town to pick this thing up. It's going to be more or less probably, it's usually an hour into town. This will probably be an hour in, and then closer to an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half to come back nice and slow, because winds are about to pick up. And Dad was just saying this is timely because not only have we had to, in the sub-zero high wind temperatures, knock off bales from the stack because we didn't have a tractor. We had planned for a 30-day, actually it was 35 days for feeding without a tractor, and we went over that obviously. And so we knocked that thing down. We used up all the last bales today, and we're kind of in need of a tractor. So before it gets temperature controlled down to 0 and below again, we need to go get this thing and bring it back. And today is like the last day to do it. It's decent temperatures, roads are great. As you can see, they're super nice and dry. Winds are okay, but they are going to be picking up. So we're trying to get this thing and bring it home as soon as possible before winds take over. We are at the tractor doctor, which is the mechanic. Thankfully, we got some stuff figured out. We had to obviously pay off the rest of the bill. We did credit the account, set it all up, and then they just kind of slowly took things down as they went through it. And then there was a small balance left over at the end, and then an additional charge that we were not expecting, which we found out it was a Hashknife ranch. Hash, one word, knife, a second word instead of one word like us, out of Wyoming. We had that to begin with when we went to go pay for this in the first place, and we made sure that the right account got billed for whatever that part was. So we got that all straightened out, and now we're just waiting to get the tractor on. There's Dad with the tractor right there. I have chains and booms ready to go. The battery needs to be fixed and replaced, which we can easily do. But because of that, they had to do a quick trickle charge on the battery because the battery doesn't want to turn over. So we are simply waiting for it to be able to start, and then we're going to load it up today in a couple of minutes. But first, you just got to get it started. You can't do anything without a working tractor. Nope. He tried to do it, didn't work. It's time to load it now, so I'm gonna help him get directed up the ramp here. So I don't have an extra set of hands to film it, but I'm gonna be giving hand signals to make sure he gets on here nice and cozy, and then we'll chain it down and take it home. The tractor is loaded, and as you can see, the chains are on right there. And we're going to now maneuver through Billings, go up Airport Hill, probably check it one more time as we hit the highway for any slack in the chains, and then off to the races, so to speak, to the ranch. We have mostly traversed the urban area of Billings, and now we are going to ascend the Airport Hill. It's not superly audacious, but it's just a really long pull. So we're gonna take our time, get to the summit, probably check chains, and then we're gonna finally hit the highway and head home.
Allison, baby.
Dad was checking fluid temps with the fancy pants computer systems that we've got here. And then we've got obviously the turnaround the corner here. Got to keep going. It's a really long hill, surprisingly. I worry more about bringing cows in and cattle in when we sell them and going down than we do up.
It's about a 400 or 500 foot pull.
Yeah. Now we got just checking, making sure the load's not shifting. It's actually been looking really good. I thought maybe it might kind of
better not shift.
Well, I thought maybe it might like a little bit of slack it'd show, but it's not even that right now. It's good. So just gonna finish this hill out, and then we're pretty much home free. Around 2 roundabouts with the big tractor on the trailer, and we'll be good. We went a little further than we did before. This one's got some slack, I think, maybe. But we went a little further than we planned. Now we're just checking, making sure the chains are nice and tight.
That could come up a little more.
That's what I thought too. So we're just gonna untie it real quick and chain it back up. All set, readjusted, and on the road we go. And now she's home. Off to work we go. We got to put bales up, get ready to feed cows for the upcoming week. We took the grapple off and put the forks on, and now he's gonna go stage bales for the next week of feeding.